Hey guys, good morning and happy Friday. I am up early doing a video because I have a 3-day challenge for spiritual entrepreneurs and I'm really looking forward to this 3-day challenge. And I got my time frames mixed up, guys. I sure did. It's 9 a.m. Pacific time these 3 days, and I somehow thought it was 7 a.m. So if there's anything that shows you, it's that I'm dedicated. So anyways, so I said, hey, I'm sitting here and I'm ready to be on camera, so may as well just make a video, guys. And so what hit me in that moment, was do a video on the importance of small steps and why they play such a big part in what we think is stagnation and what stagnation is actually showing you. So let's get to it, guys. All right, so what is stagnation anyways, right? It's when we feel, whenever something is stagnant in our lives, it feels very, not moving. It's not flowing, it doesn't feel like the energy's moving. But in actuality, energy is always moving forward. We are always moving forward. The days, the time, the linear time is always, the clock's always ticking, right? So in fact, we are always moving forward. You can't not move forward. You can only move forward, and that's the thing. And when we move backwards, when we say you're taking steps back, that's more in the mindset, right? The progress with your mindset. So it's not necessarily like physically. So physically, we're always moving forward, right? Energetically, we're always kind of moving forward. It's really what we allow in our mind. Are things moving forward in our mind? Are we perceiving our present as, gaining traction on what we're trying to do? And this is something that, I've been focusing on because since I've been on my full-time, the last month, full-time, saying, okay, this is what I want. I'm putting this out into the world. I'm not going to lie and say that things haven't felt stagnant at times. But in those moments, I allow it to show me exactly what I'm about to tell you that it allows me to see. Or, I'm going to show you. I'm going to tell you where it's helping me. So the interesting thing is that a lot of times we think that we have to make these huge strides forward in order to reach the goal that we're trying to reach, right? Big steps. We want to see the results. We want to see it happen in real time, which even though things are always happening in real time, we focus on not reaching certain expectations that we put, right? We're kind of unfair with ourselves and making us think that, hey, we're just gonna jump right to the top immediately. We're just gonna hit these goals immediately. This instant gratification is very real, in today's world. Not only with just our personal goals, but it's with anything, right? It's with not, you want to be able to get a task and take care of it right then. You want to be able to meet somebody and have that instant connection. So we're kind of always sitting in that instant gratification expectation, which is something that I personally am focusing on moving out of. But I do see it, and it does come up, and my self-awareness is like, oh, okay, well, let's go ahead and remind ourselves that little steps get us quite far, right? When you take these huge and big steps, sometimes there's big gaps. There's some space in there that you may be missing something. There's some spaces in there that you could be just totally skipping over that could be really imperative to your growth and to your journey, right? And so because we're so focused on reaching our endpoint, our destination so quickly, we aren't seeing like these little gems and pockets of things and steps and maybe resources or just different things that could help us, that could really alleviate some of the emotional pain that is stuck behind not wanting to get somewhere fast enough, right? So what the little steps that are important in getting here is that, the little tiny things lead to the big things, right? And when you don't see these big things happening, it's just these little tiny things happening, we are looking for the grandeur results right then, right now, right? And so what we're missing are these really, really, really important steps that help the foundation be built on, throughout our journey and where we're going. And so whenever I find myself in a position where I feel like it's moving slowly or it's not moving at all, I have to remind myself it is in fact moving. Everything is moving. In fact, it's always, always, always moving forward, guys. But here's the deal. The stagnation is saying slow down, right? Because we get so involved and so driven to just go forward and reach these goals and just keep pushing and keep pushing and keep pushing and rushing it and wanting it to happen right then, and we're focused. Why can't it happen right then? Well, maybe there's something you're missing, right? So when stagnation comes in, that's kind of like saying, sit you dang old butt still and think about things. Sit still and bring yourself back to the present moment. Is there something you're not seeing that can help? Is there something that, you know, you're rushing through that if you just took your time a little bit more, you would have a lot more success with? Right? Is there something you're not doing for yourself? Is there something you're not seeing? What the stagnation is trying to shine a light on where you can improve and where you can like tweak and fine tune your own journey. And sometimes we just have to sit still. Sometimes you reach certain points of the journey so quickly, which is not necessarily a bad thing, that maybe you just have to sit and wait for like timing or, you know, a door to open. Maybe you're there and you're ready. Like, for example, the 3-day challenge that I'm doing, I was there and I was ready, but I was there and ready at 7 a.m. whenever it wasn't supposed to start till 11 a.m., right? Because of that time frame difference. So it's like 9 a.m. Pacific and I'm thinking it's 2 hours before, and I'm like 7 a.m., I got this, right? But it's really 11 a.m. Okay, I got that even better. But you have to be willing to be prepared and see, you know, and that's just something that stuck with me. Right when that happened, right when I had this realization that I got my times wrong, I had this message just kind of flow to me. And so I know that this happened for me to be able to see a little bit more clear about things moving forward, okay? And so I was ready, right? I find myself in this stagnation, I'm ready. And no matter what time I have to show up for something, if it's gonna benefit me, I'm gonna do it, right? So you have to take a look. And then when that happened, I was like, oh, I got a message and I got something to share with all of you right then. So let things happen for you, and let things show you things. Don't get frustrated whenever, say, you know, get a time wrong, or if you feel like you're not really moving right then, you know, or even in your life at all, just anything with any situation in your life, you can always take a look and when you're stagnant, what is it showing you? Huh? Where can you tweak something? Where can you learn something? What can you do in that time to better see what steps you can take or what steps you're missing? Stagnation is really a gift, even though it's really challenging and frustrating to accept it as that. But you know what? You have these moments of clarity like I just had, and you're like, you know what? Stagnation really is working for us, but we just battle it. Like, why? Why is everything not moving? Why am I not seeing as many likes? Why am I not seeing as many views with my content? Why am I not meeting friends? Or why am I not finding this job? Or why am I not finding it's like all the why? And we get stuck and looking at that lack and looking at the stagnation. Oh, it's a bad thing. Why is it not moving? Why is this not happening? No, it's a great thing. You get to take self-inventory. You get to be more self-aware of your environment. You get to be more self-aware about the steps that you're taking, what you're seeing, what you're not seeing. How can you readjust in the moment of stagnation, instead of sitting there and allowing it to be heavy and in that pocket of lack? Allow yourself to use stagnation to rise into the pocket of empowerment, because this is allowing you and putting you in a position to see things that you're not seeing. It's a gift, right? It's a gift. Everything happens for us, guys, whether we see it or not. And yes, there's some really heavy things that happen and we're like, that can't possibly be something that's supposed to help me because it's awful and it's horrendous. But you know what? It truly is. You can always pull something. What is that showing you? What is the situation or the experience that you're having? What is it showing you in that moment? Okay? So guys, when you find yourself in a moment of stagnation, look at those little tiny steps that you could be missing. Look around you. Have more observation. Understand that patience is truly a virtue. And how can you feel more virtuous in that moment? You know, allow it to show you what it's trying to show you, guys. Take a second, take a step back, reassess, readjust, realign, and get to going. All right? Thanks, time. Thank you, time, for thank you. I can't even get it right, guys. I got a coffee right here I'm gonna get to right after I get off this. Thank you for taking time to watch my video. It's Friday, guys, so you're moving into the weekend. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next time.